Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the month of February 2025. You have this card that says win-win outcome as forecast. You also have this card that says a time for healing. And so definitely could be a time for healing this month, or you are going through healing. Everybody's readings have been pretty good so far for this month. I definitely have noticed the change in the readings compared to, really like the last year. So there's like a big positive change, it looks like. I'm not saying things are perfect. Things are never perfect, but, I definitely feel that there could just be, you could just be noticing a general improvement in the energy or how you're feeling about the energy, which is nice. And it looks really good here so far, Virgo. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Ten of Pentacles is like building and leaving a legacy. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. And Ten of Pentacles is really about building something like long term. So with the Ten of Pentacles, and one thing I want to say is that pretty much everyone gets the Ten of Pentacles nowadays. I mean, the universe, literally, the astrology is really pushing everyone, I believe, to build and leave a legacy, which is basically build something in your life that can last a long time or that can stand the test of time. This could be, anything. Could be a relationship, a business, an idea, just something you want to work on. And it doesn't even have to be something that's like super amazing. It could be very simple, but, I think everybody should work on something in their lives at this time. And it could be, like I said, it could be anything, but, whatever it is, I would get started. You have really good money cards here as well. This card, Nine of Pentacles. And so, again, really good money stuff coming up for you. You have the Three of Cups. I think I said this to you in your last reading, but the Three of Cups, sometimes I feel it can really represent focusing on like the concentrated connections in your life, like meaning like the super high quality connections that you have, and like really focusing in on just those connections and really nurturing those connections. And that's kind of what I feel for you here, is that nurturing important connections with people is going to be very important for you. And, nurturing connections that are valuable, right? I think that would be a good use of your time. We're in an amazing time for collaboration. So anything you do for work or business or whatever, like any positive connections where you can work together with those positive connections would be even better. And, that's what I would really focus on there. You have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is this or that thinking. Two of Swords is my card of third place solutions. She has a new island behind her here on this card, and she needs to go to that new island because that new island is a third place. It is a better place for her in her life. And so I feel a lot of you could be focusing on third place solutions, or you could be going to that new island and doing new things in your life. And that's exactly what I would focus on with the Two of Swords, is like newness. And the Two of Swords is all about focusing on newness as well. So that's what I would do. I would also, the other thing I'm getting here is like to really be focused in on your intuition. She has a blindfold on the card, and blindfolds in the tarot can sometimes represent like really, really focusing on your intuition, or needing to focus in on your inner voice. And that's what I would do there. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Fool. Probably something old new is what I would say. As always, Virgo, I think that it's clear to me that Virgo is kind of like updating old skills and using those skills for future success. So, you could be starting something new, or, you could be working on new projects in like the same business that you have now, or the same career that you have now. But those new projects are going to be the thing that really probably takes off for you. And that would be my focus. Again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, as I always say, so we've talked about it enough, right? With the Three of Cups, you have the Lovers. Definitely could be a long-term love connection coming in for you. You have the Four of Wands, if you don't already have it. I feel like some of you Virgos already have a long-term connection in your life, or, maybe you've met a person that you will have long-term connection with. And so, if you're already with a person, then this definitely could be your person. If you don't have a person, then we literally go from being single down to an admirer. So there could be a new person or a person that is coming in for you here. With the Two of Swords, you have the Tower and the Ace of Cups here. I wouldn't really worry too much about this, but what I would say is that the Tower is about entering into new reality, and the Wheel of Fortune with the Tower would be about not repeating a cycle. And with the Two of Swords, there's another way to do whatever you're doing in your life. So I would just stay flexible, and I would realize, like, don't repeat things that you don't need to repeat, is what that is basically saying to me in your reading. But it's still a good reading. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this helping hand card. It says the universe is helping you find something you need that will lead you to your next steps. You have this crescent moon. It says, as the moon grows, so can your wealth, health, and happiness. Stay positive. So things are, like I said at the beginning of your reading, things are improving in general. With the Three of Cups, there's no doubt about it that there could be people or places or things that are helping you or guiding you or leading you in new directions. And I would really focus on getting help from the right people. Like I said, those really concentrated connections that, where you are kind of like equally yoked with a person, and they can help you, you can help them, and you go from there. So I feel like there's a lot of success here with these two cards. You have the Nine of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Hermit. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence, and I feel like you are, every Virgo I know is extremely independent, so I don't know, like it is what it is, right, Virgo? But the Nine of Pentacles is a card of gratitude and luxuries, and the Nine of Pentacles is also a card of focusing on quality. And so this is something I'm starting to notice about your reading, is you have some things here that would really represent, again, concentration, as in like the concentration of energy. It's like some experiences, people, places, and things in your life are going to have like a better concentration of energy than other things, right? And I feel this is saying like really, this doesn't mean you have to cut people out or anything like that. I think this is just saying spend more time focusing on those concentrated energies, and if you do that, you will probably create more wealth. Or Nine of Pentacles is really about creating heaven on earth, and that doesn't mean things are perfect, but it does mean that you are creating a much nicer reality or a much nicer environment for yourself. And that's pretty much what I would focus on with the Nine of Pentacles. You have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, of course, can represent marriage. And again, if you are already with a person, I think this could be a good person to stay with. This could be your forever person or whatever you want to call it. If you don't have a person, I definitely feel that you're about to meet someone, soon. This could be over the next few months or whatever. But again, you go from Nine of Pentacles, Six of Wands, to the Page of Cups. There's something about attention here. Six of Wands, the guy on the card, he is getting a lot of attention. And then we have the Page of Cups. So again, it's like, you could be getting a lot of attention, but there might be one person who really stands out to you. And of course, that is the person I would move towards, is the one that stands out the most. You have the Hermit. The Hermit, of course, is your card here, Virgo. Whenever you show up as yourself, it really puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. So I feel for a lot of you that you really could be standing out at this time and getting a lot of attention. And that's I really have nothing to add with the Hermit, because I just think that you're in your vibe, that you're in your energy, you're embracing it, you're using it. So all good things. I would just keep doing what you're doing with the Hermit. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Six of Cups. There is always something in your readings about like your connection to your childhood or something. And the interesting thing for you, Virgo, is I see this as good and bad, in some ways. It's like, and let me explain that. It's like sometimes I think there are certain attachments or even traumas or blockages that we developed in childhood. I would, as far as your environment is concerned with the Nine of Pentacles, those are the things I would be eliminating or working with or working on so that you can heal from those things. I think there are other things, like maybe dreams you had as a child, that you could be working on developing. So it's like, it's kind of weird because I see both things. The weird thing about the Six of Cups is it's a card of protection as well. These people are standing inside these castle walls, and they have this guard that is guarding these children on the card. So again, it's like sometimes we can, sometimes we develop defense mechanisms, or sometimes we lean on our blockages because they actually kind of protect us in some way. And I feel the Six of Cups is talking about working on those things inside yourself so that you can move forward. With the Four of Wands, you have the Two of Wands here. You have a lot of these Wands cards, and Wands cards are really about like forward momentum. And, of course, I'm simplifying things a lot, but we go down to the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is literally the card of forward momentum. So I would be paying attention to things that move you forward, and those are the things that I would be doubling down on. The Two of Wands is a great card of progress, and again, we do see a lot of progress here. Six of Wands, Eight of Wands, this card here, and well, that's pretty much it, but still, we see a lot of progress in the reading, so I would be focusing on those things. With the Hermit, you have the Moon card here. Your opposite energy, literally Pisces, right? And so I would be working on both. Now, we have the North Node in Pisces, and obviously the South Node is in Virgo right now. And, again, especially with the nodes being in your sign in Pisces, it might be a good time to work on both energies. Again, I believe personally in astrology that we should be working with our opposite sign, because usually our opposite sign can teach us something. I'm in Pisces, my life is a mess, right? It would be a good idea for me to work with Virgo energy and organize things, right? Just as an example. So maybe you need to be more messy with the moon showing up here. Maybe you need to be willing to do things without having a plan, right? Or without doing your dishes first. So I would definitely be researching Piscean energy, and I would be working with it, especially with the nodes still there, and they're going to be there for 18 months. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this Go the Distance card and this Leg Up card. I really feel that if you are in a connection, that this could be something that goes the distance, just in general. The Go the Distance card really suggests that we need to complete something, that we need to cross the finish line. So if you've been working towards something for a long time and you've been making progress, this says don't give up now. Make sure that you've crossed the finish line. The Leg Up card is obviously about getting assistance, and we've already talked about this. You have the Helping Hand card, you have this Leg Up card. So there clearly could be some sort of leg up that you're getting in life. But again, this is going to come from those concentrated connections. You have the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Four of Pentacles is a card. Usually this represents holding on too tightly to the past. I feel pretty good about this for you, Virgo. I feel you're very focused on laying a solid foundation. There are two cards basically that I consider foundational energies. Four of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Also the Ten of Pentacles kind of represents laying a foundation. But for me, I just read those two cards as mostly foundational. And so I think you're laying a solid foundation for your future. And so again, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a good thing, obviously. You have the Six of Wands, a lot of attention coming in for you. Even the Hermit has a star in his lantern. And I always say that I think the Hermit needs to shine his star out all over the place. I think he needs to shine his inner light and get a lot more attention. And so I think it would be a great time for you to get attention, or I think it would be a great time for you to stand out in some way. And the Six of Wands also kind of says the same thing, that it would be a great time for you to stand out, get attention, get recognition for the work that you've done. I kind of feel like you already are. I feel that, if you have a job or a career that involves attention or getting attention, could even just be getting the attention of your boss so you can get a raise or promotion. I kind of feel that you are getting more attention with this card. I also feel that there could be some sort of victory or win coming in for you, because we have the Eight of Wands as well. The Eight of Wands can represent quick success or quick conclusion. And so you could be finding success more quickly on work or in the things that you do for work, and that would be great. For those of you that want love, there could be communication here, or either you are communicating with a person or you're getting communication from a person right here. And I think that is a good thing. So I would definitely, again, if you're communicating with a person, I would communicate. That's it. I have nothing else to say. Next, with the Four of Pentacles, you have the Hangman. Hangman is a little bit of a delay. I don't necessarily mind the Hangman. He is hanging from the Tree of Knowledge and Wisdom. And so he's put himself in this position so he can gain enlightenment. His head is glowing on this card. And I feel a lot of you could be kind of gaining enlightenment, or you could be learning things and, just helping you make progress. So whatever. With the Six of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords I normally don't like, because Knight of Swords is being too hasty. He is stressing this horse out, right? That horse looks stressed out on the card. But I kind of feel pretty good about it for you here, Virgo. I think you're charging forward, finding success. Now, I would be careful of jumping to conclusions. Usually if we make a mistake with the Knight of Swords, it's because we jumped to some sort of conclusion and we didn't really get the facts of a situation. So again, you might be moving forward very quickly, and I think that's good because we have the Eight of Wands. But on the other hand, make sure that you're paying attention to the details, which again, I don't really think Virgo has a problem with, but I would just, kind of slow things down as well. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Hierophant. Definitely could be attracting a Taurus or an Earth sign into your life if you want love. The Hierophant is marriage as well, and we go from the Four of Wands to the Hierophant. Even the Ten of Pentacles, is I consider to be the best love card in the deck, because the Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life. So that could include love, and you definitely could be attracting a solid connection. This right here, I would say, I would also ask for something. The Eight of Wands can sometimes represent asking the universe for something, or asking your guides, or praying for something. And the Hierophant is a blessing. So you literally could be asking for blessings and receiving them, which is what I would do. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Trust card and this 4C card. Definitely needing to trust your intuition with that Two of Swords at the beginning of the reading. The 4C card says you are probably, without realizing it, seeing the future right now. And I would be paying very close attention to the future. I would be listening to any messages you get about yourself in the future. The Trust card, I feel, is like saying you need to trust your intuition. You have the Temperance card, the Hangman, and the Page of Cups. The Temperance card is, of course, about patience or temperance. Temperance is about turning one thing into another. It's a card of alchemy. So we can turn a negative into a positive with the Temperance card. We can also turn a positive into a negative with the Temperance card. Obviously, I would turn any negatives into positives with this card, but it is coming up in the good stuff. And the Temperance card can sometimes come up when we are turning our situation around, or we are transmuting our situation into something better. You have the Hangman again. So again, a lot of you could be have learned a lot. He has gained enlightenment on this card, and now he's able to move forward or move closer to something that he wants and desires. So I think that a lot of you, it's like you've gained enlightenment, and now you're making progress, or you could be making progress in your life at this time with the Hangman. So I think this is a good thing. You have the Page of Cups. Again, for those of you that want love, I definitely feel there could be a new connection coming in for you. Could also be a water sign, but Earth really stands out to me in this reading. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. So I would say it's probably a grounded person regardless of what sign it is. The Page of Cups also wants us to work on our dream. He has this fish in this cup, and that fish might not exist. We don't know if it's part of his imagination, or it's his pet, or whatever. But he needs to grab onto that fish and bring it down to reality. He needs to make sure that it doesn't escape into the water behind him. So if you have a dream or something you want to create, I would start. Well, here you go. With the Temperance card, you have the King of Pentacles. It would not surprise me if you're attracting a Taurus. You always get Taurus with me, so wouldn't surprise me. The King of Pentacles, right next to the Four of Pentacles, we were talking about foundational energy. And again, the King of Pentacles is about building a solid foundation. Now, the King of Pentacles is about using your skills. He has these grapes on his cloak, and grapes in the tarot represent using your skills for success. And so a lot of you could be kind of like using skills for success, or you could be, that's it. I was going to say something else, but never mind. I think you could just be using your skills for success, and obviously that would be a good thing. With the Hangman, you have the Four of Swords. I said this on the first Hangman, that it's kind of like you are on pause, but that's not always a bad thing. The Four of Swords is resting, relaxing, recovering. He's also hoping and praying for a blessing, right? And this person here in the stained glass window is blessing this other person. And so if you are hoping and praying for a blessing, you definitely could be getting a blessing. We said this here with the Eight of Wands and the Hierophant, that there could be some sort of blessing that you prayed for. God, I can't get my words right today. And now you are getting that blessing. Or this could say, this could also just say that you need to communicate your desire. This could be with other people. We have so much stuff here about working with other people that the Eight of Wands and the Hierophant could say that the blessing that's coming in for you is going to come from getting assistance from the right people. With the Page of Cups, yes, here you go. You have the Four of Pentacles again. So if you are starting a connection, or if you are getting into a connection with a person, this could be a person that is very stable, secure, all those other things as well. And now we have to clarify that again. So that's what I'll say there. You have this Forest card. It says muddled, unclear thinking. Moon card. Moon is muddled, unclear thinking. And so I think that, but I really feel with the Hermit and the Moon that the reading itself is saying you need to get uncomfortable being uncomfortable with your thinking. It's like you're not always going to know what to do. You're not always going to have a solid plan, and that's okay. Like sometimes we have to learn as we go, and I would encourage you to do that. You have this Lightning card. It says control your anger or you will be sorry. Mars retrograde. We have Mars retrograde in Leo, and that definitely can make people fly off the handle or go crazy. So don't do it, is what this is saying. I pulled these two cards because I always clarify these monthly cards. You have September and October wanted to come up. And then I clarified that with this knot card that says unsuccessful plans. So some of you maybe in the months of September and October in 2024, maybe you had some plans that were unsuccessful. What the message I'm getting here is that I feel that it's like saying that those plans can still work, but temperance. You have to change your plans. It's like you could still accomplish what you've been trying to accomplish, but you might just have to do it in a different way. So I feel this is encouraging you to be flexible. You have this wall card. It says misunderstandings. Again, I would be very clear with your communication, which I'm doing a very bad job at in your reading apparently today, but I would be very clear with your words with people. And this might mean that maybe you have to, before you talk to a person, maybe you have to think about what you're going to say, because again, we do have a lot of retrograde still, and we have Mars retrograde. Venus will be going retrograde this year. When we get past the Venus retrograde, Mercury will be going retrograde this year. So like the first over 4 months of the year are like full of retrograde energy, and I would just be clear with your communication. You have this casket. It says someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. I feel you're stepping into a new situation. Fool and Ten of Pentacles as your first two cards literally say that you're stepping into a new situation. But this looks really good, Virgo. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.